The following program is brought to you by Pizza Productions.
Hello there, people that are listening to this right now. Welcome to the Totally Necessary Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Porter. What's up, guys? We are here for the post-show. Ring of Honor Final Battle 2018. Guys, wow, what a show. Holy snikes, man. That was definitely well spent $17 on my end, not including the $10 I paid just to be a part of fucking Honor Club and just to get that 50% discount, guys. It was definitely worth the $27 that I spent there for that pay-per-view, man. Dude, they had 9 solid matches on this card, dude, and we'll go ahead and break it down here momentarily. But I do got to give a shout out to Ring of Honor. I gotta say, dude, your live streaming for the outside of the technical directing tonight, which I guess we'll get to here momentarily as well. It was flawless, dude. I had no issue streaming the pay-per-view on my phone. Because, again, that's how I consume professional wrestling in 2018, ladies and gentlemen, is on an iPhone S7 or whatever the fuck. I don't even know these model names anymore. It's just like, I was just like, they're like, what kind of phone you want? I'm like, the cheapest? So that's what we're using to stream Ring of Honor Final Battle 2018, dude. But, again, like, I know going off the, episode yesterday, I wasn't too sure how it was going to roll, dude, but I was able to go ahead and purchase it fairly easy, and then from there it was just added to a very easily accessed area on the app, and it was smooth sailing. I got home at like 4, because again, I'm West Coast, dude, so it's kind of weird, watching it. I had to like rush home from work, dude, so like I had to go do some things and get some groceries and whatnot, but I got here with 5 minutes to spare. So right in time, so I threw it up on the phone, and then from there, man, I was able just to consume Ring of Honor Final Battle 2018, guys. It was, dude, I took my time tonight. It was really kind of a real nice experience to spend my Friday night, honestly, dude. I spent an hour actually on the elliptical. I know yesterday, we were talking on the podcast about how I just like, it just, it was just quite the week and whatnot. So yeah, I definitely had to get some exercise in today, and I did, and I feel fucking better, dude, like 100% better. So dude, enough about me, dude. We're not here for Kevin Porter. We're here to talk about Ring of Honor Final Battle 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, we kicked off the night with a fairly competitive match here, I thought. We saw Kenny King taking on Eli Isom. I'm going to fuck that name up every single time. Just to, I guess kind of, cap it off. This did take place in New York City at the Hammerstein Ballroom, which is a pretty historic fucking venue. We've seen a lot of historic things go down within the Hammerstein Ballroom there. So, dude, quite the visual. I always love seeing that on your screen, that place, that venue. It's definitely, you could say it's a bucket list, okay? Like, I would say it's probably a bucket list of mine in regards to a place that I would definitely enjoy going to go see an event. Like, I've never actually seen a Ring of Honor event in person, so, that would actually be pretty sweet to fucking travel to New York to go see a Ring of Honor show of some kind. But maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll do that. Probably not anytime soon, because, man, that is expensive as fuck to go to fucking New York, guys. So yeah, Kenny King defeated Eli Isom in 8 minutes and 55 seconds in the singles match to kick off Ring of Honor. They kick off the pay-per-view, I should say, the main card. They did a little bit of a verbal jabbing there with Kenny King just talking shit to Eli at the very beginning of the match there. I thought that was a pretty solid match. I mean, it felt like this show did a really good job of like promoting, your established talent, and also like people that will be the future of Ring of Honor, these next couple years, which, we'll get to that moving on. In the second match of the evening, we saw Jeff Cobb defending the Ring of Honor World Television Championship against Adam Page. This dude, I felt like each match kind of built off the one previously. Okay, I know for all the complaints that we had for their last pay-per-view event back in September, this definitely delivered tonight, guys. I really felt they had a really good pace in regards to each match, just taking it to that next level, and it really going, and I'm pretty sure we all knew that Adam Page wasn't going to retain here, but we saw it was very back and forth, and ultimately Jeff Cobb hit his finisher twice on Adam Page to finally put him out. I thought it was a pretty good story that they told here. I gotta shout out Ian Riccaboni and Colt Cabana, because I thought they did a really good job throughout the whole evening, really building up the stories that were developed over the past couple months here, for what ultimately culminated here this evening. But Jeff Cobb proving that he is the future of Ring of Honor, and that nothing but good things will be happening for that man moving forward into the year 2019. Adam Page, again, we're seeing possibly the swan song for some people that have been there for quite a while, man. Adam Page definitely has been around at Ring of Honor for quite some time, and definitely really having a breakout year last year. So you kind of you don't really question it, I guess. Maybe it's just, it's just time to go on. And he just feels that it's the next chapter is now. And, for whatever those guys, the elite have planned moving forward, time will tell. We definitely didn't find anything else really further tonight, but obviously that announcement will be coming at some point. So again, my hats off to Jeff Cobb and Adam Page for quite the fucking Ring of Honor World Television fucking Championship match there. In the Four Corner Survival match for the Women of Honor World Championship, we did see a new champion crowned as Kelly Klein defeated Madison Rayne, Karen Q, and Sumi Sakai. And when I say it was a Four Corners elimination match, she literally pinned every single one of those women there, earning to become the second champion for the Women of Honor. And it was it was good to see her win it, guys. I kind of have, I don't know why, but not necessarily being really familiar with her up until recently, within the last couple months. I thought Kelly Klein kind of really did stand out, and I thought, there's, nothing but, good things, not to be cliche. It's oh, he's just saying they're good things, but I feel she'll keep improving and whatnot, and that she'll just be able to, continue to establish herself as a top star within the women's division. Obviously being the champion now, and only, having that esteem honor, because, Sumi Sakai held the title, they said, for 8 months since April. So, hats off to the women that night, dude. I really thought maybe the way they were telling the story of Madison Rayne, they named off all the places that she's wrestled this year, and plus she took her daughter to kindergarten for for her first day, and I was like, oh shit, dude, fucking Madison Rayne's got to take it. But dude, I think with Madison Rayne, just being in I would say she's you wouldn't say prime. I don't know. I guess you could say prime. I mean, you would think, though, established talent like that is there to put over new talent. But at the same time, though, those people, she still deserves her shot at that championship and deserves her day in the sun, I think. So we'll see as time goes down the road there with where we are going, because obviously now we're moving towards the Madison Square Garden show. Supercard of Honor, I believe. I don't know. They referred to it as the Madison Square Garden show, but I assume Supercard Supercard of Honor always takes place, WrestleMania weekend anyway. So I would assume that's what's gonna be the Madison Square Garden show. But nonetheless, though, we will see where the women's division does progress towards the next pay-per-view, guys. So, in his debut for Ring of Honor, guys, we saw Zack Sabre Jr. Take on Jonathan Gresham, ultimately defeating him in a very... I thought the match was going to go a little bit longer, I guess. The match went 11 minutes, 50 seconds. I think it was definitely just a little bit of a tease there. I really enjoy Zack Sabre Jr.'s fucking heel antics. I really think he's a fucking star. He is a star. They talked about Cole Cabana brought up the fact that Zack Sabre Jr. is the only Englishman that's actually been in the G1 besides William Regal. So that's telling you, where he stands in regards to at least in New Japan. They definitely think very highly of him, and he did do the Cruiserweight Classic and also ultimately almost made it to the end. Him and Kota Ibushi. But ultimately both of them ended up back in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and I think for the better, honestly. I don't think, no offense to WWE, but I don't really think, considering 205 Live, I mean, Zack Sabre Jr. on fucking 205 Live right now, Kota Ibushi on fucking 205 Live. It's like, I'm good, guys. Like, I'm good with seeing these guys on New Japan Pro Wrestling and Ring of Honor as well. But guys, this was a pretty fun fucking technical match here. I'm going to wait to give out, what I thought was the match of the night, but I really, again, kind of going back to where like everything was really just kept building off each other. I thought this exchange between these two is definitely, I want to see more. I would definitely love to see these two tangle it up one more time down the road. I think, again, only going 11 minutes and 50 seconds, I really thought, they definitely could have gone another, 10 minutes, added that on there. This could be a main event match, in my opinion. I really think Jonathan Gresham is, the future. It has a bright future in Ring of Honor. I really think, he will win championship gold. Maybe not in 2019, but man, he just, just the guy. I don't know, man. He's a fucking underdog, and I really truly feel that, he's got to work on his mic skills a little bit. But I think that outside of that, dude, I think the guy's got it in the ring. Obviously, he's got the talent, so I think he will, hopefully move forward in Ring of Honor for years to come here, guys. Our next match was Matt Taven with TK O'Ryan taking on Dalton Castle with the boys. This match went 15 minutes, 50 seconds here, and this was a pretty fun back and forth match, actually. I thought, again, I'm not going to say this was your match of the night or anything, but Matt Taven did defeat Dalton Castle, which is a little surprising here. They ended up putting the fake Ring of Honor championship on the line. I mean, I guess ultimately you're building Matt Taven up for a shot at the Ring of Honor championship, but at the same time, like, after what happened in the world title match later in the evening, it's just kind of like, oh, okay, how many fucking people are going after this damn championship, guys? So it's surprising seeing Dalton Castle take the loss, especially just after coming back after being away for a good part of the year. So I guess this is the end of their rivalry, and we'll see where both Matt Taven and Dalton Castle end up coming Madison Square Garden. And quite possibly was one of the greater moments of the evening. We saw Marty Scurll take on Christopher Daniels, a singles match for Scurll's #1 contender spot for the Ring of Honor World Championship. These two, I mean, again, this isn't, you're not going to, go off and say this is the match of the night, but just the emotion that was really built into this match here, with it really being, Christopher Daniels, it appears to be his last match within Ring of Honor, at least. Marty Scurll defeated Christopher Daniels. So it was fucking heart. It was the best moment, one of the best moments of the evening took place when Christopher Daniels, after tapping out to the chicken wing there from Marty Scurll, was basically saying thank you to the fans, and then Bully Ray comes out and gives him a low blow, and I didn't see that comment, dude. I popped hard. I was like, no, not fucking Christopher Daniels, no. And then this brought on Bully Ray, and we were set for our next match, which was Bully Ray taking on Flip Gordon in an I Quit match. This match went 14 minutes and 25 seconds. Ultimately, I mean, and I question whether or not Christopher Daniels is done with the Ring of Honor. The whole thing with him and he ended up getting a little bit of revenge on Bully Ray later on in this match after what had happened earlier. And he ended up taking a cane shot for Kerry Sulkin. He's supposed to be the ambassador of Ring of Honor or whatever. So maybe that'll be like, oh well, Christopher Daniels, you fucking you fucking took a shot for Ring of Honor, the original owner of Ring of Honor and whatnot. So here's a contract. I mean, like I could see something like that happen, but maybe he's done. I mean, maybe he's heading to WWE, maybe to be a coach within the Performance Center. I mean, there was that inside line, on being the Elite where they did reference that. So it's like, maybe, and, good for him, dude. I mean, he's worked 25 years in this fucking industry. He deserves he deserves that WWE job, man. Maybe, and he's a fucking smart motherfucker. They were building him up as being like the hottest, independent talent, going back, decade plus. Christopher Daniels is the fallen angel, dude. Like, I remember the first time I saw him was in TNA when he took on, it was a random TNA disc that I got, and it wasn't random, I guess, it's just, I bought it, but, nonetheless, like, it was when he had the featured feud with Sting, dude. It was like, I always got it, dude, and I always really enjoyed Christopher Daniels there. So, but ultimately in the Flip Gordon Bully Ray match here, this was just a fucking blood. I mean, fucking the blood tonight on this pay-per-view was fucking ridiculous, and it started here with Flip Gordon. I really thought that this kind of was like your segment, like it kind of got slow at times, but I mean, they ultimately led to the one surprise entrance, which was the Sandman making his return to Ring of Honor, which he was on Ring of Honor television a couple weeks back. So his involvement makes sense. Basically, this is a culmination going back to Supercard of Honor earlier this year, WrestleMania weekend, back in April, where this feud has just been built up since then, and where Bully Ray is just a fucking asshole. And finally got his comeuppance tonight, dude. I mean, they tried to involve Flip Gordon's girlfriend, which I thought that was kind of stupid. Flip Gordon totally fucking flipped over the table. They went to back body drop. Bully Ray back body dropped fucking Flip Gordon, and he was supposed to go through the table, but he ended up overshooting the fucking table, and ultimately the spot never happened. They teased lighting the table on fire. Silas Young had come out and gotten involved. Looked like a fucking $1 million, dude. I really think they need to do more with Silas Young, dude. He's really underrated talent, I think, in Ring of Honor. But ultimately he got involved, and then we saw Cheeseburger get his ass kicked by Silas, and then ultimately Colt Cabana makes the save. And then, I mean, we see basically Flip Gordon just beat the shit out of fucking Bully Ray, and ultimately Bully Ray does quit, and Flip Gordon finally stands tall in a career-defining moment in Ring of Honor, guys. I really am happy to see Flip Gordon fucking pick up the win there tonight and just really just get a good solid payoff to that feud. I thought that was a really well done feud, and definitely it was a well deserving spot tonight. Again, definitely one of the higher moments I felt watching this pay-per-view here this evening. So we went more or less kind of in a sense double main event. It was announced earlier in the evening that the Ladder War 7 would main event the evening. So we did see Jay Lethal take on Cody in defending his Ring of Honor World Championship. This match went 23-45 minutes. Jay Lethal ultimately did tap out Cody. Again, going back to these whole, these guys are doing their swan songs tonight, okay? So here's Cody. Again, you knew he wasn't going to win, even though they teased it pretty hard that the possibility of him winning actually could happen tonight. Like, I actually thought at a couple times that maybe Cody is gonna fucking win this. We saw the involvement of Hangman Adam Page. We also saw the involvement of Brandy Rhodes in here. Jay Lethal ultimately getting the advantage though by taking out the damaged knee, which obviously Cody, prior to several weeks back had hurt his meniscus on his knee, which apparently it wasn't as bad as what it could have been. So luckily enough, it played well into the match here. Jay Lethal took the title and ultimately took out Cody's knee, and through the figure 4, ultimately Cody Rhodes taps, does the job on his way out, presumably, of the company. And Jay Lethal is your Ring of Honor World Champion. So this prompted the appearance of Marty Scurll, obviously retaining his number 1 contendership earlier in the evening, basically to declare that he has his eyes set on the Ring of Honor Championship. And immediately you're like, oh, okay, is this going to be your main event for the Madison Square Garden show? Maybe not. I don't know. Because then all of a sudden, Magnus, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, shows up with some random valet of some kind, and apparently is making his stake known towards the Ring of Honor World Championship. I don't know. It's kind of confusing. Then you got Matt Taven being the real world champion. So it's kind of like, oh, great, guys. We're all over the fucking place. So, all right, guys. That leads us into our main event of the evening, which, again, this, I talked about the technical, throughout the night that just, it really seems like they, I don't know. They just like they missed their marks on a good amount of spots tonight in regards to the camera transitionings and whatnot. I understand live scenarios and shit. It's a fucking hard environment to work in, so I'm not trying to like berate that in any way, but I just did notice that a lot, especially in Ladder War 7 for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships. The match went 22 minutes and 40 seconds. The Briscoes are your new Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions for the 10th time, they announced. So that quite the accomplishment. Seeing the Briscoes take the titles. Really fun match, dude. Very violent match. Those chair shots, the bleeding from the Briscoes and Kazarian. Damn, dude. I mean, the high spots that we saw the Young Bucks do. Same with Scorpio Sky. I thought this was you definitely got to give this to be the match of the night just based on the work rate and the shit those guys went through tonight. I mean, this is definitely your match of the night, and it was definitely worthy of a main event spot. And again, worthy of the amount of money that I spent on this pay-per-view alone was just on this match here. Again, being very new to like Ring of Honor in a sense of like, I've always known of Ring of Honor. I've just never had the ability to really watch it. So now being able to like see this, obviously Ladder War 7, just a new level of respect for the Briscoes. I don't know. And I like them swearing it up the fucking storm, dude, especially since they were up on pay-per-view tonight. Like, you didn't get any stupid-ass fucking censors or any stupid shit. So I really like this match, dude. And again, not breaking it down, fucking, fall for fall. But, like, I just thought the high spots were really well. The blood was done well. Outside of the technical fucking directing, you had quite the fucking match here, dude. So, dude, that's, again, we always try to keep these post shows, somewhat short, just give a little bit of our opinion in regards to each match and whatnot. This was, again, definitely match of the night, I felt. Again, dude, all in all, hands down to Ring of Honor. Fucking props to Ring of Honor tonight, dude. You guys went out and delivered a badass fucking show. I'm not necessarily expecting this type of show, this type of entertainment, I should say, out of TLC this coming Sunday. I think definitely we're going to see some fun matches, but like I think Ring of Honor is definitely very underrated in regards to the quality of fucking shows that they can have the ability to put out. I'm not saying all their TV's fucking quality, but then again, I feel like I'm figuring it out finally of like how they promote these stories. They have these house show loops where they do show those live on Honor Club. So maybe we'll resubscribe to Honor Club here, in the coming months. Obviously, with the Madison Square Garden show coming up, I think we're going to take advantage of that 50% discount again, guys, because that is a pretty good deal actually. Since you got these guys got to make money, so I'm not. I have no problem paying for a product like this. So, all right, guys, I guess that's going to conclude our post show here for Ring of Honor Final Battle 2018. Make sure to check us out Sunday night. We're going to have the post show for WWE TLC. We may have guests on there. We may not have guests on there. I'm not exactly too sure what's going on there. But yeah, guys, we will see you Sunday. And until then, I don't know. I don't have it in front of me right now, but I just want to say thank you for the year that was 2018, guys. I know we're gearing down here. We're coming to the end, and but I just want to say thank you for all you listeners out there, guys. So until Sunday, peace.